This is the bullshitness of FCA Ultra, which is by far the best NES emulator out there. Hi there guys, it's me, Mr. Norbert, 1994 again with my friend Alex, and we are doing this game today.
Yeah, hello everyone, what's up?
Let's press that F10 button. And we are just gonna jump out all of this bullshit because I'm a stupid idiot and not gonna understand jack shit about it. What are your opinions about this last final game of Ninja Gaiden 3?
It's awesome. Well, Ninja Gaiden trilogy was probably one of the hardest trilogies in NES library, but third one, well, Japanese version particularly is far easier than the US counterpart, which is why it's
Far better and at least more playable. And actually this is the easiest Ninja Gaiden game out of there. I'm not joking right here, dear viewers.
and actually it's probably the first Ninja Gaiden I had already. I want to say like when Ninja Gaiden 3 was one of the first Ninja Gaiden games I purchased, but no, actually I had the first one.
And
from
thank
my
God.
friend.
Oh, and thank goodness that the bootleggers actually put this game and not the US version onto the bootleg cards, because I thankfully own this game. How about you?
The video is kind of lagging for me for some reason.
If you can find a better screen share hoster program, then let me know a bit. Because by far this is the only thing what I can just do.
I think I know one. The bot capture software or something like that, but I used it a long time ago.
And I only use Bandicam when it comes to actually capturing footage. Yes, just some technical material if we haven't talked about it a million times before already. And I'm not actually trying to speedrun this game because that would be far too boring to watch, at least in my perspective, but if you know Japanese, then that's good for you. I know a minor bit of Japanese, but reading all those hiraganas is not the most suitable thing to this particular video, if you ask me.
And actually, Ninja Gaiden 3, the Japanese version is basically the one you would be able to find in pirate cards for the most part.
Yes.
Unless you count those schoolboy multi-cards, which include the US version.
Yes. And sort of a masochist if you really want to play this game in English. But I wonder why nobody ever made a hack for this Japanese version to be in English. Because probably it would be a waste of time, since there is already an English version out there, so yeah.
I see.
And I am pretty much just rushing like hell.
And actually, no, it's kind of interesting. I think people who saw Facebook, my Facebook public page, they probably saw that I own pretty much all Ninja Gaiden games on Famicom, in the pirate card form, of course. And funnily enough, pretty much all those cartridges actually all of them have copyrights left in them.
Well, I also own the trilogy, but in a sort of different ways. So it's kind of like I own Ninja Gaiden, an original NTSC copy of it,
Mm-hmm.
la NES cartridge, and I own on pirate card the Japanese 2, and of course this Japanese 3.
And what would you sorry for interrupting. What would you say about an infamous game called Ninja Ryukenden 4?
You mean Ninja Cop Shizo, I presume?
Yes.
Well, I tried to play it and it just doesn't feel that alright, so maybe it just needs more practicing, that's the thing. But say, does it does the same game, or it's entirely different from the international one, Wrath of the Black Manta?
Well, one thing I've heard is that music that plays in the beginning is a bit more different than in Wrath of the Black Manta.
Yes, I know that fact. Because NSFs. But nothing really much more about it.
But it's kind of funny how pirates decided to call that game Ninja Gaiden 4.
Even though it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's the trend that the pirates really feel like doing with game series. Like, remember Mario games or country games, or Castlevania 3, which on Pirate Cards was just a Conjure special book of Dracula 2.
Oh, and then don't even mention the awesome 4th game of Double Dragon series.
Oh, Target Renegade.
Yes, which was a US exclusive game.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't suck. Yes, so I'm kind of harsh when it comes to some of these America only release games, because there are a lot of great games that was never released outside of America.
Yet,
For example,
okay, I'll let you speak until the end.
for example, but I think we talked about already, you know, that not ninja game, but it's kind of has the Final Fantasy elements. That kicker game where you kick the shit out of everything,
Kickmaster
made by a kid. Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. I cannot commercialize this game enough, but strangely I don't really know that if there was any kind of advertising for that game other than one Nintendo Power article of that.
That's pretty odd, and kind of interesting that these kind of games people, not a lot of people remember.
Yes, but then again, did you ever saw any kind of game that was made by Kindle Imagine developed that it had a commercial at all? Because I can't recall any of them then.
I think I can recall either.
Well, kind of the same shit with Sanso, but I would remember that Gremlins 2 commercial, which was, I guess, decent. But at least our favorite soft company at least had a fair share of its commercials. EE Adventure Island series.
Yes. And I hope viewers will allow me to drink something right now, because I'm just a bit thirsty.
Of course. But then but after that I should shut off my mouth because I'm speaking a bit way too much.
Well, I could continue to talk about commercial stuff.
Yes.
Some reason these days I kind of interested in seeing old Japanese commercials on some games. Like, I even created a separate playlist for favorite commercials, just so people will probably sort out some stuff from my favorites, because there's so much junk in that.
Yes.
I think I posted that playlist in my Facebook public. I don't remember for sure.
We're gonna check that out.
And am I the only person who actually says those commercials from YouTube? Because YouTube decides to remove some random commercial when it feels like it.
Yes, just like any kinds of video these days, because of its shitty copyright piracy.
Yeah, and which is something I was got into in August. So, but thankfully that situation is solved and my channel is running.
Thank goodness, because I was like, the fuck? Because I can't really record that, because if you would have uploaded some Doraemon episodes on YouTube, then that would make more sense if you got suspended for permanently.
Actually, saw some uploading old episodes, but sometimes they would get deleted. But actually, Dailymotion is the best place to save them, because apparently there's not much of copyright infringement going on there.
I can assure you that, because there was actually a very interesting private message that I just got not so recently, that how the hell I was actually get that rude removal episode somewhere, which is a lost episode of Dexter's Laboratory. It's a cartoon which was ran in Cartoon Network Syndicate back in the middle 90s, and I just said it's from a very dead channel or link that I just edited in Sony Vegas, and I think you just got interrupted.
No, I'm here, but yes, I was just interrupted by my family again, which is always a thing that happens.
Yes, because I just heard that I couldn't hear the wind noise from you.
That's the same shit that can be heard in Magic Jewelry review that I made for one of the channels of my comrades. I hope I can solve this problem somehow, even though people could hear me very well there, and I tested this and even made a high volume so I could be heard much more clearly.
Oh yeah. Oh. That was a close call, and I almost got fucking died. Now comes stage 6.
Oh, that's very fast.
Yes. Hell, even I'm impressed. And do you know actually what's the best thing about this game?
What's it?
No enemies respawn.
Wow, it's brilliant.
That's not brilliant, it's freaking awesome, because I think the enemy respawning bullshit nature, or in at least what I think in Ninja Gaiden 2, is 7 fucking times worse. What the fuck? Worse than in Ninja Gaiden 1. And do you know, and I not know, that's no freaking mystery to you that how many people tend to call the first Ninja Gaiden game one of the hardest fucking unbeatable games of all time.
Yes.
Blah 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 blah.
And I've heard that they call Contras one of the hardest games of all time.
Yes. Oh no! Oh, that was epic.
Actually, even though I plan to play it with my friend, the Japanese version and NES version, maybe I could play it for... maybe not. Actually I beat this game on my channel, and I don't remember did I or not, but it was a piece of cake to beat it, to be honest with you.
You mean Contra?
Yes.
The original. Yes, I know, because you even beat that crazy anti-deck version, or whatever the hell it was called.
Nintendo Electronics, which doesn't have to do anything with regular Nintendo. just some Taiwanese company that was sued by Nintendo after they found out that Ninja Gaiden was copying their devices. Like consoles, games, and they don't had a converter to play Famicom games on NES.
Wow.
Yes.
So they were the original inventors behind that feature?
I don't know, maybe.
Because as far as I know, and I can be wrong on this subject, but as far as I know, there were no officially Nintendo licensed NES converters which is ever available, or was it?
Unless you count Germite adapter cartridges, and no, there were no any official converters.
Yes, besides that.
And speaking of converters, I actually have modern day converter to play NES games on Famicom, which is from Yobo FC, I guess, or some other company like that. Well, it says Yobo on it, and I think American users who watch our videos already know what Yobo is.
I guess. Oh.
And does back an explanation what that company is? I think not really.
Oh crap. Okay, the last stage starts out really shittily. Sadly.
What would you say is what could be more difficult, this game or any of the Castlevania games?
Well, I would say Castlevania games are just as hard as these ones. I can't really say or debate which are the quote-unquote harder.
Well, for me, I've beaten like first Castlevania a billion times, and the third one as well. Well, the third one is harder, of course, but
well, I beat the first one, but not a billion times, maybe 3 times. But I kind of use cheats, kind of not, or at least if there is if farming can associated with cheat, but I think that's bullshit.
No, I don't think it's the cheating would be like using a game genie code or hacking memory of the game in order to add some stuff in it. Would be cheating.
Oh shit. And I just died,
and
like an
for those
idiot.
people who think that true buttons are cheating, then you're fucking retarded and should just quit watching our videos.
Yes. And you should really quit at retro gaming at all, because I can't distress enough how much easier such games such as Silver Surfer with a turbo controller.
Yeah, you're really masochist if you feel like mashing the buttons like crazy.
Yes, so it's just bullshit. And actually, regarding to Paul Griniev's comment on Prokliatia Serogoslonieika, it's a Russian word for the curse of the grey elephant. Yes, okay, I'm just gonna say it. But I'm trying to concentrate on the game as well, so it's a bit hard for me.
Remember, he said that a lot of all controllers have turbo buttons, and if someone...
And he saw the original Famicom controller, he would vote for normal reason that is just a pathetic clone of the Dandy controller.
Yeah.
And it just really boggles my mind as well that why in the motherlode of hell Nintendo never made onto their standalone NES controllers a godforsaken turbo controller.
Well, I would say that there were some third-party controls like from Hudson Soft, but it's not by Nintendo.
Yes, it's a third-party controller.
Yeah, third-party, not first one.
Yes. Ah, fuck. I'm starting to play really shittily. Unfortunately. And I thought I'm gonna make a deathless run of this game, but of course I couldn't make it.
Yeah, this is the same goal I have with my playthroughs, but sadly it's always fails.
Yes. Even though, as I just said, this is the easiest Ninja Gaiden game.
Yeah, and speaking of the playthroughs, would you think is that there's a way to die in a solitaire game which I played on my channel?
Playing in a card, dying in a card game.
No, I think it's not possible.
Sounds pretty damn impossible to me.
Yes, and maybe ears would die from the music that played on that game. Because it basically just 10-second loop.
Oh, you mean sever here losing. Oh yes, that's that, but for the player, not for the game itself.
Yeah. Oh, okay, wait a second, how is it called again? The name of the song there.
What?
I was referring to the Play Cards game which I played on my channel. And did you say the name of the music I played in that game?
I can't recall. What was that? The name of it?
But some people, one person said that it sounds like Tengen's Tetris, which is bullshit.
What?
Yes, there is a comment on my second channel where I actually uploaded how I beat that game. But
oh shit.
seriously, playing solitaire is just having solitaire in the first place on the Famicom is already the ingenious idea, and even far more ingenious idea is to make a playthrough about it.
Oh shit, and I just got killed by that freaking statue.
Ah, it sucks. And what's going to happen next?
Well, for the better, I'm gonna freaking beat this game. And after... Why the hell you got so silent just now?
I don't know, I'm still here.
Okay, now it's normal.
Maybe it's internet lagging, I don't know.
Like usual. Oh shit, what the hell I am doing? Okay.
I don't remember, do you get your health replenished after you beat the first part of the boss or not?
There is no health replenish in this game, but then again the final bosses are somewhat minimalistic in a sort of way. Wait a sec, why the hell I am... Okay, I beat the game with 2 deaths.
Oh yeah, 2 deaths is not too much, so that's great.
Yes, I am a fucking pro. And this scene is unskippable. Oh shit.
Word Pro is the most overused word in speedruns live community.
Yes. And that looks like a fucking bug to me. On steroids.
I don't know, it looks kinda normal.
Wow. Flashing, epilepsy warning.
Yeah, we should have put the warning at the beginning that would be some epilepsy shit going on.
I will going to do that via text. I'm not gonna render a single fucking second of this game.
I remember you
Kuranichito Fasutano. Who the fuck put that 2 kanji in this game? Doshite. Okay, this is pretty much those kanjis that ruins the freaking thing to me. Moto mote yamana imono nan daru shikashi kono something kono saka ieshite koko. Dude, this text goes fucking fast as shit. Translation: look up on the internet Ninja Gaiden 3 ending.
So you need to look it up right now?
No. That's the message for viewers.
Oh, okay. Yes, do it for the viewers if you really want to.
Yes,
see
if
what...
somebody is saying, oh dear, I can't understand the ending. Because it's a fucking Japanese game, then how are you supposed to?
Yes.
Oh, not to mention, did you know that there's a very shitty Easter egg here?
What's it? I didn't know.
To be continued in Ninja Gaiden 2. Yes. It sounds really idiotic.
So it's like cool to the events in the second game.
I have no idea. But then again, this game is a sort of black sheep of the series. By of course the fans, not from me. Director NAGA. So many aliases. Oh, really? Program work, nobody. Well, that nobody did a really great job with that. Get it?
So yeah, just looking at the credits. You can read them if you feel like it. Viewers.
Morjamasan. Director. Strong Shiva. Yes, I always like these idiotic aliases. Audio, visual, copyright 1991, TECMO Limited, all rights reserved. The end. And that's gonna be the end for this video, because I'm not gonna wait for at least 20 minutes to trigger that thing. So, thanks for watching, I guess.
Yeah, see you later.
See you next time.